Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Car 5 Podcast. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today for episode number 146 of the Car 5 Podcast. You guys know me, of course. I am your host, Joshua. For today's episode, very exciting news, actually. We're going to be talking about Fisker, and they have a brand new car, and it's called the Ocean. So this video, it's 100% true. Fisker, the company that we've known about for some time, that's unfortunately just had a little bit of struggle. They've kind of reestablished themselves, and they're coming out with a new vehicle. Over the past couple years, it's no secret, Fisker has really been redefining themselves. They've been purchased and sold a couple different times. They've been playing around with different cars and different models and different design aspects and performance and funding and blah, 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 all sorts of stuff. They've landed themselves on an established foot with a right backer behind them, and the Southern California-based company is back in action with a premium luxury SUV, again, called the Ocean. Now, we do know some details about the car, but of course, as this was just recently announced, there's a lot we don't know. But getting right into the details of the things we do know, again, it is a premium luxury SUV that Fisker has designed for kind of everyone's on the same goal right now for creating a sustainable future. Now, there's a few things about this car. I'm totally, understanding of the environment and being eco-friendly. I get it, and I totally understand. But there's a couple things on this car I don't really know about. So, the very first one is a Fisker utilizes recycled carpeting. Interesting choice. I'd have to see it in person. The second thing that kind of throws me off a little bit is a vegan interior. Now, I totally understand what vegan means, but the process of making a vegan interior for a car, I am absolutely clueless. So if anybody has that information, drop a comment, message, email me, fill me in, because truth be told, I don't necessarily know what a vegan interior for a car means. I get the idea, but the actual engineering process of making a vegan interior, let me know. give me some info, teach me something. I'm sure there's tons of people out there as well that would love to know the same thing. So let's explore this together. What exactly is a vegan interior? The Fisker Ocean also does come with a solar panel roof, which we're kind of seeing more common. Hyundai's done one, Fisker's done one in the past, Tesla's played around with one. So I think a solar panel roof is something we'll start seeing more common in electric vehicles. Now, another interesting cool factor about the Fisker Ocean, as they're saying, the Ocean is using eco-friendly materials. Every single aspect of the car is meant to be built environmentally conscious, which is definitely a big push into where the automotive world is going. Now, the Ocean is expected to have a range of 250 to 300 miles per single charge, and that's coming from two high-performance-based electric motors. Now, we are still waiting on some performance data from Fisker about the Ocean. We don't know torque, we don't know horsepower, we don't know top speed. All we know is range, but again, these are facts and figures we still have to wait for from the company because the Fisker Ocean was just recently announced. But the main point I want to hit on real quick, 250 to 300 mile range. That is perfect for the average person, because the normal person, if I remember the statistic correctly, it's the normal person drives to work there and back. It's about 5 to 10 miles. So even let's take a drastic scenario and let's say you were driving 50 miles to work one day and 50 miles back. Let's say you're driving 100 miles a day. With an electric car that has a range of 250 to 300 miles, you get home, you plug it in at night, you've got a full battery. So as great as it is to have cars with 400, 500, 600 mile range, which those are absolutely phenomenal, and they have their uses, the daily person, 250, 300 mile range, beyond phenomenal, and it'll work for most people. Now, a really cool thing Fisker has, remember, they're from Southern California, from sunny Southern California. They have a patent pending called California Mode. And this is directly from Fisker's website. It's a type of driving experience that will enable passengers to experience the sun, fresh air, and an open feeling without being in a convertible. Now, I would love to experience that in an SUV, because at least any SUV I've been in, it definitely does not have an open air type of experience. But calling it California mode, especially Fisker being based in Southern California, that's pretty cool and it's pretty interesting. So I'd love to see that technology when it comes out. Now, 5 different option packages will be available for the Ocean by Fisker, which have yet to be released, and the car itself is expected to be released in 2022, just a few years from now. Now, the drum roll. You can reserve your Fisker today with a reservation of $250. You reserve a Fisker Ocean for $250 today in 2022, you can have yourself a brand new Fisker Ocean. A very interesting company we all know and love, Tesla, just did the same exact thing with the Cybertruck. Now, their reservation only costs $100. So I'm not really sure the increase in price for $250 for the Fisker Ocean. Maybe that's just wanted. I don't know the exact thought that went into that. But nonetheless, they're marketing it. They're trying to get it out there. You can pre-order their new car today, and they're getting back on their footing. They're rebuilding a brand. They're rebuilding a company that has a genuine cause behind it, that has a good purpose behind their vehicle. Like everyone, you just got to give them a chance. You got to give them a chance. You can't stay closed-minded to it. You know, just stay open-minded about this company and their new car, and just be positive. The car can come out, and it may not be that good, but the car may come out, and it can be phenomenal. It can be a great SUV. We just have to wait and see. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep our hearts open and just root Fisker on. You know, they found their footing again, and they're officially back in the game. But that's all we have for episode number 146, talking about Fisker and their brand new car, the Ocean. Don't forget to follow on Instagram, like on Facebook. If you guys are checking out the podcast for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to head over to the YouTube channel, unless you're watching already. If you are, thank you very much. And just browse the channel. If you guys see what you like, hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind, just leave a like on this video as well. You know, if you ever need anything from me, just shoot me an email. info@car5podcast.com. Don't forget to check out the link in the description, your guys' go-to source for the best car merchandise, especially as we're in the holiday and Christmas season now. I got a coupon code for you guys as well, www.tl.com, link in the description. Last but most certainly not least, don't forget to tune into our next episode, number 147. We're talking about Bugatti, and there's a brand new special edition of the Chiron coming out called Noir. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please remember to drive safe. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you.